Hey guys, and welcome to another money making guide. Today I'm going to be showing you a method that can make you up to 1.1 mil an hour as with current prices, but I'm also going to break down a couple other different ways you can do it that will give you different levels of profit but different levels of safety and high risk and low risk. Definitely different options for different types of people, high requirements and low requirements. So stick around and let's get started. Alright guys, so today we are going to try to buy some death runes from a couple of different places. To start with, we're going to try the Mage of Zamorak in the wilderness, so we're going to bring some food for that. Afterwards, we're going to try Alibaba's magic shop, and I think we're going to try the magic guild as well, to see where we can buy death runes and see how much money we can make in an hour theoretically of doing that, because like a lot of people have been mentioning right now, the price of death runes is extremely high. You can see here it's 363 as of the most current prices. I was up to almost 400 last week. So yeah, it's going to be really profitable to buy runes from shops. So we're going to go ahead, try 3 different ones and see how they work. Alright, so for the first method I'm going to try, I'm going to be buying from the Mage of Zamorak. To do this effectively, you will need to have done the Abyss mini quest, but that is like a really super easy quest. Get over here, Freaky Forester. Yeah, it doesn't have much requirements and it's super easy to do. Just need, I think, 7 runecraft. No, you can do it at level 1 runecrafting anyway. So what we're going to do is run here into the wilderness. Now I'd recommend at least some basic melee gear and some food because it's not likely, but occasionally you will get attacked. I would also recommend bringing any weapon just because you will need to fight some skeletons because they will be aggressive for quite a while. Unfortunately, fuck off. So it's kind of nice if you can kill them quick. And then you're just going to buy death runes from the Mage of Zamorak. It's pretty damn easy. I'm kind of getting the feeling like this might be the best place to do this right now, because it is more risky, of course, so probably less people buying runes from here right now. So we'll go ahead and do this just for 10 minutes or so. It looks like since the price of death runes is so high, you can almost buy out the entire shop. 360, yeah, we'll probably stop there. But yeah, all you do then is hop worlds and repeat. Pretty easy to do. And yeah, so we'll come back in 10 minutes and see how many death runes we managed to buy. Alright, so that took quite a bit less time than I thought it was going to. Only about 4 minutes. The death rune shops, I found a couple of good worlds that had 300 in them, but most of them had 200, but still very profitable even to buy them down to like what I'm at now, 80, even as low as 50. You can see my timer here, I'm just down to like 6 minutes pretty well. So really only 4 minutes to spend 500k. Now there's 2 strategies you could do here. You could opt into bringing high level gear and bringing lots of money. The benefit here is because the monsters will stop aggroing you after a while. You'll probably make more per hour if you bring more money. That being said, I would prefer myself to just bring 500k, bank every 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and then you're not risking nearly as much, because you have to bring 3-4 mil or something like that to be able to do this for an hour straight. So I'd recommend just banking frequently and really helps mitigate the risk. Alright, so we're just going to check the price of death runes. It looks like it's at 364 right now. So they're going to instantly sell pretty well for 364. But it looks like we're going to get about 576k roughly. So it'll be a 75k profit or 77k or something, which isn't bad. And per hour, that's looking like about 1.1 mil. So pretty nice. And we'll go ahead and check out the next shop. Oh, it's called the Wizards Guild. Incoming flaming for sure. But anyway, so to get into the Wizards Guild, you will need 66 magic. That is a much higher requirement. And honestly, the reward isn't going to be that great because I believe a lot of people are going to be buying from this shop. That being said, it is much safer. I can see here now, it's the wrong one. Rob store owner. Nope. Where's the correct wizard we need here? This one? There we go. So yeah, I can see the death runes are totally bought down. That being said, the 10 we could get here are pretty cheap for 225. So I think it's actually cheaper than the wilderness shop, or sorry, the Zamorak Mage shop. Oh my god, why are there people here? One thing you really do not want to do is hop into a PvP world. When I was testing this out before I made the video, I accidentally did that. Luckily I survived, but yeah, I wouldn't really recommend doing it because there was actually somebody camping there, which is a little bit unfortunate. So we'll go ahead and do this for, we'll set a timer for 10 minutes, and I'm expecting to make quite a bit less, but we'll see how much we can make, and we'll be back in a minute. Okay, so we got drastically less death runes. That is from 10 minutes, not even from 5. That being said, we did get probably a better margin on all the items. It'll be interesting to see how much we made in, what we would have made in an hour of doing this. We found a couple worlds that were reasonably full, but for the most part there were a ton of people doing this. Because it's safe, there's no risk, and while I do need 66 magic, it's not really that high a requirement. Alright, once again we're selling them for 363, so 291. They're pretty much instantly sold, there we go. So we got, oh, surprisingly more. Interesting. Well, I'm surprised in some ways. While it was 10 minutes, so we are going to make less per hour, it's actually quite a bit more per money or coin spent. So we got, well, I guess 113k in 10 minutes. So per hour we'll be looking at about 700k, which is still really solid for what it is, considering how packed the worlds were. It's actually really good. If you manage to get on a time where there weren't many people doing it, you can get easily up to 1 mil an hour doing this as well. But 700k for a safe money maker I think is pretty good. And yes, we'll move on to Alibaba's shop and see how it compares to the rest. Alright, and for the last shop of the video, we are going to be doing Alibaba's Rune shop. Now this one you do need Lunar Diplomacy to have access to, so it's definitely a much higher requirement. But this is looking pretty promising so far. So death runes again are 360. Oh, they go up in price quite a bit more. So we can probably buy them down to 160 and still be profitable. Yeah, but 160 I wouldn't go past that though. But still, the world was reasonably full, so that's a good sign. Of course, you would benefit from buying more stuff from the rune shop theoretically, but we're just testing death runes right now. And yeah, I mean, even these worlds you can buy down a bit more. So yeah, we'll go ahead and try this out for 10 minutes again, and we'll see the result. Okay, so in 10 minutes, I was able to buy 1,775 death runes. I'm not really sure where this is going to fall in with the other two methods. I kind of get the feeling it might be the worst, surprisingly. But let's go ahead and check. So death rune, once again, let's just double check the price. It's going to be 363. And we're going to sell it for 644. So 644 plus 504 minus 1 mil. And it sold so quick already. So 1148k. So 149k we made in 10 minutes times 6 is going to be actually 900k an hour. I take that back. So this again is realistically this is probably the best method. Secure and no PKers. On top of that, I was only buying death runes. You can buy other items as well. But for the most money, you're going to want to do the Zamorak Mage, and he has a much lower requirement. So they're kind of a benefit to all of these. If you want security at a reasonably low requirement, go with the Wizard Guild. If you want a low requirement in higher risk but high reward, Zamorak Mage. And just kind of more of a solid high requirement method is going to be Alibaba's Mage Shop. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video and find it useful. Price of death runes is definitely making this viable right now, so give it a try. And yeah, hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in the next video.